Hello and welcome to another Looney Tunes review video. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to follow my journey to review all 1000 Looney Tunes shorts and give this video a like as well. So this is a review for Bosko In Dutch. And joining me for this one is my fellow Dutchman, Fox in a Fix. Say hi.
Hi, it's me, Vos in de Problemen from Nederland.
Wow, I have to learn how to speak Dutch. I really, I'll get there one day. Okay, I'll get there one day.
Well, you've learned a few words so far. You know, stroopwafel.
Oh yes, stroopwafel, to quote Homer. Actually, I don't think he's even said that once. So there's a new one for season 34, I think.
Yeah, and also a Dutchman. In Dutch, it's Nederlander. It's very different. But you know the word Netherlands, so it's all actually kind of confusing with Dutch sounding like Deutsch, which is German. And some people even think that we're from Denmark. So and it's all the countries are all clogged together. So it's I understand if it's a bit hard to understand.
Indeed. Now, in terms of availability, this short has not been officially released as far as I'm aware. This comes from a Nickelodeon recording where I Frankenstein it with all sorts of elements and better sound and all that stuff. It's under copyright, so sorry folks, I can't show you the full cartoon here. But if you look hard enough, Daily Motion, yeah, maybe you can find it. But in case you haven't seen this one, I mean, it is the most deepest cartoon you ever see. No, I'm just kidding, it's a Bosko, of course. So you just have a whole bunch of characters on ice in the Netherlands, where you got Bosko and Honey just dancing along, and then we have some conflict at the very end. Were you really surprised? So what you're about to see is a re-edit of the original audio commentary I did before I had to take it down. Thanks to my good friend Blue Genocide for re-editing it, even though I didn't really say too much in the original track, but it's there anyway. But better still, I have a discussion with my friend Fox in Fix, whom I've introduced earlier, and yeah, we discussed whether everyone in Holland really do wear clogs all the time. If you want to know, stick around. So, as you'd expect in a film about, about Holland or the Netherlands, whatever you want to call it, everyone wears clogs, no one wears proper shoes. Windmills are everywhere. I mean, yes, there are lots of windmills there, but it's always an absurd amount. And look who we have here in his very last appearance. Goopy Gear. He's back. I wonder if they reuse some of this animation. All this just seems to be a gag, like just to showcase gags on those clogs. There he is again. I mean, he had nothing to do with the story, they just put him in there. Maybe they were planning on using him a lot more times, but not long after this short, as we all know, the Hugh Harmon revising would not produce shorts fully on Schlesinger anymore, and they took Bosko and Goopy Gear with them. So bye-bye Goopy Gear. And of course everyone in Holland lives in a windmill. I mean, where else would they live? What, regular houses? Pfft. Nah. Look, there's nothing really wrong with the shorts, but it's par for course for Bosko at this stage. I mean, the better ones are the ones where there's at least some sort of story. I do like that, how you've got the help and it's sort of a sign to come with the Looney Tunes that would, when they do these funny visual gags, but I do like the backgrounds here. I mean, I would love to see this one restored. I mean, I'd love to see every Looney Tunes restored, of course, even the really bad late 60s ones. So those were my original thoughts. So, as I mentioned before, with me today is Fox in a Fix, so a genuine Dutchman, hooray!
Yeah, I don't think there's another Dutchman on your channel. So, wait, I think Blue is half Dutch, so, but he doesn't speak Dutch.
So I guess that's something for me and Blue to learn. You know, we'll both come to the Netherlands and we're going to learn how to speak Dutch.
That would be
I don't
fun.
know why, but we will.
We will eat lots of stroopwafels as well. And
Exactly.
we'll wear clogs.
That's right, we wear clogs while doing so. Exactly right. And
Let me be fair, nobody wears clogs over here. Maybe
that's what
2 people a day.
that's what I was going to ask, because I'm looking at some of the scenes of this cartoon, and one of the interesting touches I see is they're ice skating. Now, well, first of all, I'm assuming it does snow in the Netherlands.
It's been years since we could go out and ice skating. I think due to climate change, there's less and less of these winters out here. But for some reason, the old Dutch team goes along with a lot of ice skating for some reason. So I guess it used to be more of a thing in the old days.
But it is possible at least. Okay, so at least the cartoon is
Yeah,
accurate.
it is
Yeah.
possible. Yeah. And I think Goopy Gear even is ice skating with clogs on, which is a little minor side joke. Too bad even Goopy Gear needed to haunt me with it. All right.
Yeah, like I was going to point out, like they're wearing clogs, but skate clogs. Now I'm going to assume that skate clogs don't exist in
No,
these.
I can't say I'm offended. The animators were having fun with this. The Holland of the early 30s probably looked like this. And like I said, nowadays the climate's too hot to be able to ice skate very often. And we only have a few windmills left. The clogs in these kind of shorts do get on my nerves because we don't wear them at all.
Yeah, it's just like in every single Dutch themed cartoon, especially with the time, like everyone's just wearing clogs. It's like you guys have never heard of any other shoes ever existing or something at the time. It's just it's
No, and,
ridiculous.
and you know, I dug into this short even too much for this short, which is just mediocre, just run of the windmill Bosko cartoon. But presumably this is Chris's first directing job, even it's just co-directing with Hugh Harmon, which is very interesting. He might have been waiting many years to direct and could now finally make his dream come true to mock Dutch people. And I wonder if the crew even went to Holland. I don't think so. I think it was just a popular theme of dot dot goes Dutch. I'm not sure if the trend came from a certain picture or something, but there's a lot of these. Chris even did 2 years later. He did Little Dutch Plate, which is a
Yes.
Warner Brothers cartoon. Cherry Toons did a cartoon in 1930 called Dutch Street, and did a Mighty Mouse in Dutch later on. There's a 1931 Van Buren cartoon called In Dutch. There's a cartoon called A Little Dutch Mill by Columbia in 34. There's a Disney cartoon called Pluto in Dutch, and there's even a Casper cartoon by Paramount that's all about old Dutch stereotypes with dancing and clocks, and that's everything. So all of these are really the same. And the earliest one I could find was Alice, a Sketch in Dutch by Walt Disney from 1924, but I might have missed some earlier fable or
Hmm.
something.
An honourable mention to Farmyard Symphony, which I noticed that the farmers in that one have clogs, so at least that one's probably the least stereotypical of all of them, I would say.
That one doesn't stand out in my mind, but I think I scanned through it when you were asking me what the farmer says. I still haven't figured out.
Yeah, I have no idea. It sounds like saying foo whiz. I have no idea, but we all know it's not Dutch at least. But I noticed in this short we got some repeated animation of Bosco dancing, the whole shuffle he does. That seems to be repeated from a lot of
Yeah,
earlier Boscos. I've seen that so many times, but I guess if it's really good, why redo it? But
really good. I think this one is pretty cute with a lot of repeated animation even within the cartoon. But what was there was kind of cute and funny most of the time. So
exactly. So there's a few bits of music. This is what fascinates me because Carl Starling was still either. I think he left Disney by this time, but he's not at Warner's yet. And you have Frank Basalis.
he's with the Iworks, I think, at this time.
Yeah, so he's definitely left Disney after he started the Silly Symphonies over there. But you know, Frankie Basile is doing the music, and he's doing what Carl Starling would be known for, and that's having some musical puns. Like, for example, I'm looking at the list here, you got two that are Dutch themed. You got It's Tulip Time in Holland, and you got Dutch Kitties. So,
Ah.
so of course, he's already doing the pun, but what is that song that the Bosco and Honey dance to?
I think you even said that Goopy Gear had a theme song or something that it didn't even occur to me. But yeah, what is really strange is that they play Ach du lieber Augustin here, and they play it a lot in these Dutch cartoons. They overplay this song also when something German is going on, so you might even recognize it from some war propaganda cartoons from the 40s. And that's kind of irritating sometimes because a lot of people don't know the difference between Germany and Dutch people. And Ach du lieber Augustin is also a German phrase, but we do sing it and we changed it to Daar wordt aan de deur geklopt, which means there's a knock on the door. And that is what children sing when we celebrate Sinterklaas, a national holiday comparable with Santa Claus and Christmas in the US. So I think this song makes people think of the area, Northwest Europe, but it's actually a German song, but we do sing it only with different words. So, and also I was kind of relieved they skipped the whole tulip thing that's always going on in these Dutch cartoons. But then I realized that Bosco and Honey are later singing a song in this short called "It's Tulip Time in Holland." So I guess it's nice people think about flowers when they think about Holland.
You can't escape the tulips in these ones, I'm afraid. You definitely can't.
It's tulip time in Holland. Tulips I know are lonely. The sweetest lips in Holland are blooming for me only.
And I do recommend people actually look up, I know this is a little bit sidetracking here, but looking up the whole tulip craze that happened, I'm trying to remember, I think 1600s or something, where the price of tulips just went sky high, and it was like regarded to be a major scam at the time. It's really fascinating.
I do know that in the 1600 there was the golden era of Holland, so we were leading the world actually, and we were selling all kind of, also bad things, but also a lot of tulips and cheese and all that kind of stuff and milk.
Sure. The good stuff. The good stuff.
Yeah.
I would rate this one probably, I don't know, 5 out of 10. It really is a one-note cartoon, but it's got its charms. Like, I don't know. I think 5 out of 10 is probably fair with this one. I mean, what do you think? What would you rate this one?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Is this cartoon cute? Yes. Is it original? Heck no. Is it accurate? A little. Is it significant? Kinda, since it's Fritz's first job as a co-director. But I couldn't find much typical thrilling touches, aside from a lot of things cheaply repeating for budget reasons, which is definitely the biggest Dutch influence in this cartoon. But I'd say a 5 out of 10 or something. I don't know. It's not. It doesn't stand out. It's harmless. It's kind of cute. I don't know. It's not good. It's not bad. So same with you. It's just meh.
Yeah, I think so too. There's nothing that screams out, hey, this is one of those hidden gems that you simply cannot miss. So, but in any case, thanks for joining me on this one. You will have to come back for a Little Dutch Plate, though. I'm not going to let you off that easily. At least, to be fair, at least Little Dutch Plate I think is a little bit better than this one. But, there's a new restoration now, so it'd be good to revisit that one, I'd say.
Sure. Ik zal er zijn.
Wonderful. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care.
Tot de volgende keer.